All right. Oh, that's sideways. Whoop. There we go. The camera was sideways on my body there. Okay. So we're back to our normal testing field here. Oh, Yosemite Pone. Thank you for the sub. Thanks for the Twitch Prime 22 months. If I can just get a holler back that everything's working, because again, I'm testing equipment, so any feedback on that kind of stuff does help. We are on the DJI Action5, and I'm running from the USB-C port with a USB-C to HDMI cable into a Bella box. Unfortunately, it's pretty grim out looking today, so we're not going to get to see if it looks any more vibrant than the Action4 does. But we're in a new mode that the DJI has pushed out with a new update. And this is supposedly, the way they're talking about it, a DisplayPort output, but it works with all sorts of cables. So like I said, this is USB-C to HDMI into the input on a Bella box, the HDMI input on a Bella box. And yeah, I did some tests at home, and it looks like it actually runs, I think, at a pretty steady frame rate. Like, it doesn't look like it's all skippy or anything like it has been in webcam UVC mode. So we'll have to look back at that. And let's go ahead, and I'm going to spin the camera around so you can see my lips and see if we are in sync. And the front screen does work when you swipe up on it, which is good news. I'm going to snap my fingers so you can see if we have a sync issue. Or how about I just... That's content. So how does it look? Does it have a video sync? The downside is we don't have as much control when we're in this mode. It's not the same as UVC webcam mode on the camera, so I can't adjust like exposure settings and stuff. And how's the stabilization? Hit yourself more. It's a little out of sync. Smack yourself again. You guys could have really been playing the game there. The stabilization is only rock steady, but that's still pretty good. I think it's usually fine. Let me put it back on my shoulder, and we'll walk a little bit more. Of course, the issue with this is I can't deliver power to the camera with the cable I have. So if this works, I will get another cable in my hands that allows me to deliver power to it. Because right now, like, you can't deliver power over HDMI. But they make HDMI USB-C adapters that have a power delivery point. All right, let's do something. Let's do a little jog. Not that I really do this often, but yeah, I don't expect it to. I'm hoping it'll be a little smoother than the Action4. The Action4 is a little bit like, it drops frames every once in a while. It looks like jittery. Not to the point where it's like unusable, but it would be nice if we didn't have that problem. But mostly this is useful to me because it supports 2 wireless microphones. How did it look when I ran? Was it okay? This cable is really firm compared to my normal camera cable. There we go. I have way too many coats on at the moment. You're roasting. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to a store. I'm going to get a bento for some food, and then we're going to come back, have a picnic. I'm just going to let this go for a while, like a normal stream, just to see if there's any like problems as time passes. And again, I'm not delivering power to it, so eventually the battery will die. But I have a spare battery, so hopefully it's charged. All right. So let's go over to a convenience store, get a bento, see if things continue to work okay. But An adapter like what I need is going to be something that's going to come from Amazon. Like, I actually went to a big camera yesterday, a pretty big one. They don't have anything like what I need. Like, it's gotta fit a whole bunch of specific circumstances. But I did find one that would do the juice, which would be nice. Let me see if I can pull it up. I just linked it to somebody on Discord. I can pull it up through that. Let's see, where was I? General Tech or something like that. I'll put it in the chat. So, I think that's the right thing. Yeah, it looks like it. I didn't check it before I pasted it in. So you can see that has got a way to plug in a USB-C port on the end and a USB-C port on the side. The side one, in theory, does power delivery, and the one on the end does video delivery, and then it outputs HDMI. Yeah, so in theory, that would keep the camera charged, and it would keep the HDMI signal going. So the main issue with this camera is that in UVC mode, webcam mode, it runs like trash, like 25 frames a second or something, or really jittery. So it's unusable, but this would make the camera usable. Of course, you gotta buy more things, but such is life. This cherry blossom tree is in bloom. This is a Jugatsu Zakura, where it blooms in the fall instead of in the spring. It's kind of at the end of its blooming. And yeah, my Bella box is just seeing it as like an HDMI input, like it doesn't blink about it. It's a little late in the season. It doesn't get quite as flamboyant as the spring Sakura does, but it does. It's not at its peak. You're not seeing it at like the best moment. But they're kind of rare. You don't see them very often. And I tested this with a couple of different cameras. I'm sorry, couple of different cables, and they've all functioned. It's been good. So the next trick would be, is it possible to trigger this camera to go into this mode and just feed it into the Bella box without having additional hardware? Like just via the Bella box's USB port. That's like way outside of my pay grade. I don't have an idea how that works. But it makes me wonder if there's a way to trick it. Like, hey, you output this, and I'll ingest that. And then nobody has to buy an adapter. But, you know, big adapter is in on the game. They need to get their change. God, they still have this Zelda tumbler. Like, I really want it, but I don't need it. Like, look at it, it's dope. Like in Hyrule, man. But I think it's kind of expensive. Yeah, it's like 3,300 yen. It's like 25 bucks. I did buy one of the bags though. Got no self-control. A little more Close down the f-stop a little more. Sorry about that, the data in here is a little sketchy. What are we doing? You know, I don't know if I've ever even had one of the fruit sandwiches. We decide, do I go? Yeah, we'll go here. Sorry, the data will probably dip again when I walk to the back of the building. But I'll be back when I'm back. Sorry about the sniffles. Holjicha, Babus. Man. Oh, here we go. All that in a bag of chips, kids. The motherland is the motherland is here, right? The Japanland motherland. Man, nothing is like super interesting on the chip front. These things are super high in calories. Kind of good though, the standard stuffs. All right, look at this. I got like nothing healthy to eat. I don't think I'll splurge on a salad right now. I'll have a salad for dinner. All right. I don't know if this guy's hitting or not.お箸お願いします。はい。おしぼりありますか？はい、ありがとうございます。Okay. Let's go have a picnic. All my unhealthy grub. Sorry about the data in there. They got this like it probably went out, but I was like looking at this. They have this tumbler. It's like it's gold and it's got like the Zelda logo on it. Every time I go in there, it's dangerous because then one day I'm just gonna go book it and buy it, but I don't need it. I just want it. You know what I mean? It's like 3,300 yen though, so I don't know if I need a $25 cup. What are smearkins? This might also eliminate the 8-bit mode problem. That'd be interesting to see if that ever happens. Wow. Look at Kururin. Mina no Kururin kitchen. Wow. Stewing up things for us. Keeping everybody fed. It's going all right. I think the plastic napkins, I guess that's kind of what I have. I don't know if I know what you're talking about. I mean, this is just like an Oshibori from here. It's not like it's a nice one that she had like in a heater. Yeah, Anthony, I don't know, maybe you're here quite a bit, so Does it look smooth? Does it look like we're getting a solid 30 frames a second, or is it like kind of like that weird like skittery thing that the Action4 does sometimes? Skittery. Yeah, if I had asked that lady for a Smearkins, I don't know if she would have had it. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That waxy thing. Yeah. Those are pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, do you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like when the Action4 kind of makes that like jittery motion thing? Do you know what I'm talking about? I try not to point it out because I'm worried it's going to ruin people. Like they're going to be like, I can't look at this anymore because that stupid that jitter. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm just kind of hoping this eliminates that. And this also, I tested it at the house. It supports 2 microphones, like wirelessly connected directly to the camera. They work in this mode. I mean, you always have to, like, you assume things are going to work, and then you're like, oh, this is the 5. What I've done is I have set it up to run off of, I have a cable. One end of the cable is USB-C, and the other end of the cable is HDMI. And they, in the recent update that they came out a couple days ago, they put out an update that is the ability to push a HDMI signal out of the camera via USB. I know that sounds really goofy, but it's a thing. And it puts the camera into a different mode. It's not the normal webcam mode. It's a different type of mode that it goes into. Like the menu system is different. You have different things available to you. You don't have as much flexibility, but it doesn't really matter for my needs. So I'm using that. The downfall of this mode is that a USB-C cable to an HDMI cable doesn't deliver electricity to the camera, so I'm running on the battery, and the battery will eventually die. However, here I'll post, I already posted this in there once, but I'll post it again. If you look at this thing is a USB-C to HDMI adapter that also can suck in electricity through a power delivery port. So I could plug in a small USB-C cable into the power delivery port off of my battery bank. It would feed power, theoretically, into the camera, keep the camera charged. The camera would feed video signal out through the USB-C port that would go HDMI into the bellow box. So that's where we stand. It's just one more thing. I didn't realize, this update came out a couple days ago. I didn't realize I had this cable. And then I was looking at my own Amazon history for something else, and I saw it. I was like, what, I bought one of these things at one point? So I had one, I found it. I was like, oh, dag. Okay, it's picnic time. Huzzah. Sounds like Nom. Yeah, it does. I did test that because I do have an adapter that does all of the things, but it's like a big chunky thing with like a hub with like SD card readers and stuff, and it's wired into Katie's desk, and I didn't want to take it all apart just for this when I already had this cable. So, but I tested it. It works as well the same way this is working. It's just attached to a desk in a way that I'm not gonna go stripping apart. Give me just a second here, and the front screen works. It's a freaking dream. I put on this extra coat because I was like, I'm gonna need an extra coat. It's kind of cold out. It's not cold out. I'm like roasting. Yeah, tripod. One of the things that sucks is the camera in webcam mode, if it did function, would be able to put it in a way that if I turn the camera upside down, it stays right side up for you guys. That does not work in this mode, so there are some limitations. But if it freaking looks good, I don't really care. I'll deal with those types of small things. I screws the pony on like literally everything. Yeah. I mean, I've already burned, I don't know how long the stream has been up. I had the camera running for probably 5 minutes before I started. And it looks like probably I have about 70% battery remaining. So there definitely is. I don't know if that's like the, I don't know if I want that on my resume. Why are you, I mean, I can give you the link if you want to go get whacked off by some old man. Like, if you want that, like, I'm not going to judge you. They were renovating that park, though. I don't know if the old men are still whacking over there. Okay, I'm going to turn this mic on and see if it is still syncing properly. Okay, you should be over here. Yeah, and now we should be, can I get a tap tap? Yeah, it might be, that meant new innovations in whacking technology. They're whacking with HDMI cables now. Okay. Yeah, I can see. Is it in sync? All right, I got a T here. I got a sandal. I have some pretty fucking good news. Oh, konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Okay. Sayonara. Wow. Yeah, it's like a beagle. It's like freaking his nuts out. I've never taken the GLP test. No, I haven't. I never bothered. I probably failed the shit out of it. Yeah, I was worried he was coming over here to snitch on me, but I don't have any apples. Where's my wallet? Got distracted by the beagle. He was really clean. Okay, the beagle has had a shower more recently than I have. Yeah, regarding JLPT tests, I'd probably fail. Like, I've never studied for a JLPT test, and I'd probably fail the shit out of anything above. Probably fail 3. I actually have friends in the media business here, but yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Things are slowly crumbling for me, so we may end up having to get a job. Life is on a fucked up trajectory right now. All right, we got to keep our sandwich under the wraps because otherwise that beagle is going to come over here and stick his nose in here. But we'll save the tomatoes. But if I feel like I want to, I'll study for the JLPT and I'll go take it. But I've just never felt like I cared. I don't like pasta, it stressed me out. Well, there's no way I'd pass 2. Like, I would get obliterated by 2. I might be able to pass 3 without too much studying. But you get into some like uncommonly used grammar and kanji and stuff that like you have to specifically study for to get through. I have a friend that grew up in Japan, like he's Swedish, but he grew up here, and he didn't study at all. Well, his Japanese level is like native, like it's like really, really, really high. And he didn't study at all. He's like, I'm just gonna go take 1 and just get it done. And he said, I couldn't read the questions. I was like, you shit. I gotta set this camera up so you can see when this beagle keeps doing laps. So, is everything still in sync? One of the things I'm concerned about is it just drifting off. I mean, my kanji comprehension is strong on things that I see. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like things that are in my daily life or that I have to like interface with and stuff. But like sometimes there's like something that's like much lower level that people would be like much lower level stuff that sometimes I'll be like, I don't remember. Like I know what it means, but I don't know how to read it or whatever. I don't know that specific reading. There's so much to it. But my comprehension. No. Go. He was coming for the sandwich. It's kind of amazing she's okay with this dog coming over here and doing that. That's like kind of abnormal. Yeah, it's a puppy. It's pretty young. Dude, these egg sandwiches are so good. Is it running? Is it, maybe it is it? Maybe it's a spy. Snitch ass beagles, dude, I swear. Yeah, if this camera works though like this actually solves some problems. This is from Lawson. They have like the cheaper egg salads sandwiches, and then they've got the better ones that are in the machikado. Yeah, like seriously, like it's like a premium egg sandwich. I'm gonna set up a stand in Tweakentuck Park selling egg salad sandos. I'm gonna capture the whole market. Like doing egg salad sandos out this way, doing hand jobs over here. No, tweaking. I'm sorry. That was crude. Yeah, there's crust on these. Okay. I'm not at the park right now, no. No tweaking and tugging going on at the moment. Oh, laughing Buddha. I don't want to know how many calories this is. Like 600 calories in this bag, isn't there? Oh, it's not bad. 279. Uh-oh. We're back. Hello? Hello? Hello. No, 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 no. Ah. Bye. That dog wants these chips. Me, I also want the chips. Oh, thank you. I like beanies. I'm bald as shit, so you gotta cover your head, otherwise it burns. But also, you get to look dope. I often have a red one on. For that. Well, that's fair. Well, if I'm a little condom, what size are the condoms you're using? Like you got one of these like 300-pound blue whale penises. It's like the size of a school bus. Yeah, I was just fucking around with you. You all good? I don't think we're getting any more beagle visits. She put him on his leash. Oh, nope. She dropped him off his leash. There's signs up at this park. They're like, don't let your dog run free. Yeah, man. The technology is getting so cheap that grizzly bums can get up on the internet. I don't know if I could deal with a horse that had that much energy. That would be a bit much. Can you imagine 100? Like, horses are weird, man. I don't know about 100 small horses. Oh, I guess a little horse would be okay. Feeling a little horsey. Can you guys hear me munching in 3D? Okay, we're gonna play with this a little bit. So I can change the width of the camera. Tell me what happens. Does it get wider? I'm hoping it didn't like freak out. Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, it looks wider, doesn't it? Did it do it smoothly, or was it like all weird? Did it act janky about it? That's about the only adjustment that I can make now while it's in this mode. Yeah, I mean, it's like incredibly wide right now. The camera is, I don't know, whatever that distance is. What is that, like 15 inches or something? You need that whale penis. It's a measuring tape. Yeah, I don't know, 12, probably maybe about 20 inches. The camera's about 20 inches away. Yeah, I'd only use this mode if I was like in a really narrow situation. Okay, let me see here. What else have we got? That's ultra wide. This is wide. Maybe that's, God, it's unbelievable how wide it is. Does it get bent? And then we have standard. And that's it. So those are the only settings that I have. And it's recording in 60 and streaming in 30. Yeah, so if this works, I'm probably going to stop using the Sony cam for scooting. I'll just use these two action cams. And that'll give me a lot more flexibility. I'll be able to put this camera on the handlebars facing forward and the other one facing backwards, and I don't have anything on me, and I don't have cables on me or anything. The reason I can't do that with the Sony is because the vibration is too much for the camera. That Sony camera's stabilization gets overwhelmed by the motorbike vibration. But I think this will probably be okay. So yeah, we might end up doing that. And I could still put it on my arm if I want. Okay. Oh, Slurry Bay, what's up, man? The other Ugreen capture card is nice. Power port is next to the Bella box. Yeah, I don't know if, Slurry Bay, dude, I don't know if you saw this. I just I just dropped something into the stream chat, an Amazon link. Beagle's leaving, guys. It is the thing I like about that is that the cable, the thing I just linked, I can then use any HDMI cable I want from capture card to device, to camera. Because to me, it's extremely important to have a right angle cable that comes out of these action cams, because the way they mount on my shoulder, I want a right angle right angle jack coming out. I'm really particular about that. It's almost a deal breaker. It just keeps everything really clean on you. Keeps you from breaking the port. So the thing I linked has power delivery, HDMI output, and a port for any cable that I want to plug into it for video delivery. So I ordered that, and it should be here tomorrow or the next day. Justin, yeah, you know what, the thing is like sometimes I like being able to move my arm so you can see things. I'm so comfortable on scooting now that it doesn't really bother me to like move my wing around a little bit. That's the only downside, but I could always like just put the thing on my arm too. It wouldn't stop me from having that ability. But what it would do, I have like a bra that I can wear. It's got a clip, so I can put the camera centered on my chest if we wanted. I can't do that with the Sony cam because the cables all come out the back of it. But this would give me the opportunity to like have that instead. Could just wear the bra. But I don't know. Think about hopping off this stream and going and making friends with that beagle. Yo, thank you for the 10 tiered subs. 10 tier 1 subs. Subscriptions, that's very generous of you. I have a chicken. Very much appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Did I miss something else? Or does a 10 tier sub put us all the way into a hype train level 3? I have to start at level 5 then. Go in there with my crayons. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have time right now to study for it. But I don't know, depending on, we're trying to make some decisions about our future. Depending on how things pan out, depends on how that'll go. I don't know, we'll see. I have some ideas, but I'm not gonna promise you. I do appreciate it though. I appreciate that you're like interested in me bettering myself in that way, etc. I just don't know if I can focus on it right now. I certainly can't. Yeah, thank you for all the gifted subs. Okay, I'm done eating. Let me... Just tell me, like, I'm the guy that's like gonna punch you in the face for not, just make sure I know. Like, I don't want to just think it was like a random attack. I want to know. I won't press charges or nothing. Okay. Trying, oh yeah, the microphone. I was like, don't put it over there because the microphone will be bothered by with the microphone's hanging on me. Okay. Before we go, I'm going to also test out a second microphone. So we're going to turn this on and see if it syncs. Automatically. Okay. So do you get a tap tap on this microphone? All right, and we still have a tap tap over here. 2 taps. Oh, Anthony, thanks for the 500 bits, man. Okay, cool. Oh, anybody, can you guys tell me, are these in mono or is one left and one right? Like, are they split? I don't want them to be split. And I don't think I can pull down from the top and get any other menus or anything like that from the sides. It's mono? Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna turn off this microphone. Okay, yeah, I don't want it to be stereo. I mean, it's nice. It was when I tested it earlier, but I changed the setting inside of the camera before I started, and I was like, I think that'll turn off the... So are hype trains, like, if you have a bigger channel, is it harder to climb the hype train ladder, or like, is it based on the number of viewers you have or something? He does have an American flag on him. Oh God, if I squeak that chicken at him, he'd lose his mind. Okay. I'm gonna punch us back and we're gonna get the hell out of here. And I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah, I don't know how to work here. It's mysterioso. Anthony, I have a thing that you can do if you guys have time and you don't have anything to do. You have bad weather or something. The Chuo line has green cars on it now. They just, so now if you have a 12-car train on the Chuo Rapid line, 2 of the cars will be green cars. And the 2 green cars are free to ride in until January. So if you guys are going out on the Chuo line one day and you see a train that has a green car thing, you can ride it for free. Yeah. I haven't done it yet. I kind of want to go, like, I think some of them originate in Ome, but if not, wherever they originate. Thought about just like going out there one day and getting on one and just like chill riding it into the city and like doing some work or whatever. Could just be nice to just experience the green car lifestyle. I have been to Thailand, yeah. It's been a long time. I haven't been to Thailand since 2011. Should go back. It's a cool place. We went 3 times, like Thailand and then another country and back and forth a few times. And we spent probably a combined 4 months. No, was it? Yeah, because we stayed in Bangkok for a whole month. Probably upwards of 4 months in Thailand, like put together. We just got an apartment in Bangkok at one point for a month. It was really nice. Really cheap. It was like $500 or something. It's like a whole month, and it was like all the utilities and all the everything included. It was a good deal. All right, I gotta go home and scrub these beagles off my fingers. Is it better to live? Well, I've never lived there, so I can't speak for it. But I think my problem with Thailand would be, I think I would start missing seasons. You could live way up in the mountains and stuff and get at least some cool weather, like Mahon Son and stuff like that. But I really do quite enjoy seasons. So that would be like maybe something I would personally be like, I miss this. I moved here right after the tsunami. People are nicer. I imagine the dumbest shit you see people do here as tourists, I guarantee it's worse in Thailand. Exit. Stream lunch 700. Okay. I don't know what happened to the actual Oshibori. It like vanished. And I don't necessarily think that people in Japan are not nice. People are just to themselves a bit. But Beagle might have sniped it. You love Singapore? I think Singapore is a cool place to visit. I do not think I would want to live there. I think it would get really boring. I mean, you have access to some really good food because it's from the region, and you have access to cheap, like, airfare, probably, like, all around Southeast Asia. Yeah, I mean, people in Osaka tend to be a little more chatty. Like, Tokyo is just especially, like, people are a little bit insulated. It can be nice for a, it could be nice for a introvert, but then dangerous for an introvert, because I'm very introverted. So like, it just allows me to like wallow into my introvertism in probably a way that's unhealthy. But I would just say that Tokyo in itself is pretty introverted. This is an introverted place. Give me a second here while I fuddle around with the stuff before that beagle comes over here and snatches you guys away. I found the Oshibori. Son of a bitch. Okay, so we have run the battery down about to 50%. And let me see if the camera is hot in any way. It's a little warm. I don't know if it's in the danger zone of hot, but considering it's like 16 degrees Celsius out here and the camera is a little warm, makes me wonder if we would have thermal problems in the summer. It'd be fine on Scooty, but walking around, maybe not. Oh, my rubber band broke. Shit, I lost it. There's no way I'm going to find it either. Damn. It like broke and went like a million miles away. Like, look at the environment it's in. Shit. It's going to kill a pigeon or a parakeet or something. Tanuki is going to choke to death on my rubber band. It's like exactly the color. It's like a, like a light brown. It's like exactly the color of like everything down there. Oh well. Do I get an A for effort? It's going to be a report on the news about a dead beagle choked to death on a rubber band. All right, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to consider this a success. Consider this a wild success. That the camera is functioning well. And one last time, we still in sync. And we'll see, we have a small crew. Let's see, Twitch, raid, who are we raiding? Cool. All right, I'll just throw you guys over to Luke again. He's out on his Nagano trip, day 5. He's at Matsumoto. He looks like he's at Matsumoto-jo, which is like one of probably my favorite castle in Japan. So I'll go ahead and I'll throw you guys that direction. Thanks everybody for the bits and subs. We appreciate it. And I don't know what else. I gotta focus and work this rest of this week, but I'll probably be at it Sunday. What's the weather look like right now for Sunday? Sunday looks like a 50% chance of rain, so that's not information at all. Day, partly cloudy, probably okay. It says it's gonna rain at night, but we're days out, so. Anyway. And, oh yeah, I have a VODs channel now for anybody that might be here that doesn't know. So this will be uploaded to the VODs channel later, as will all the streams. So you can check that out and subscribe over there. And there's already like 70 things there, so if some weird reason you need more of me for hours and hours at a time, that's the place. Okay, this is awkward. Thank you. Goodbye. The beagle is leaving. That's how we know it's time to end the stream.